Somebody from my hometown weighed in on my account not too long ago, and they were not happy with me. They were very upset that I had cut ties with some of my family. Now, these were family relationships that I felt in no uncertain terms God called me away from, and that's why I walked away. Here's the crazy twist in the story. So they made this public comment on my public social media page, which was crazy because I'd known this person for decades and they could have just DM'd me. I recognized their name on the public comment. I certainly would have recognized it if a private DM came through. But instead, they chose to criticize me publicly and condemning me and my choices. But here's the craziest part of the story. So for those of you who have read my book, Pray for Them, you'll remember a story at the end of the book where it was my first Mother's Day as a mom. I had flown out to see family, and yet again, I was in this situation with family members where everyone was speaking a whole bunch of ugliness about people who weren't in the room, and one family member was saying really, really hateful, cruel, and degrading remarks about the weight of a person in our hometown. And I spoke up. This was like my moment where I finally prayed and mustered the strength to try to be like Jesus and to put a stop to this hatefulness. Here's the craziest part. The person who commented on my page publicly criticizing me was the person that I defended behind their back. Hand to God, you can't even make this up. I told my husband this and his jaw just dropped. And I leave this here as this story because I would never tell this person that story was about them, because it would obviously hurt their feelings to know that an entire room of people was having a conversation about them. And I'm going to share, here's the thing, I'm going to make this video now and I'm going to share it so far down the line that they're not even going to remember that they posted this comment on my page to begin with. I don't ever want this person to know this story. I want you to know this story for the lesson that it's going to teach. Because for me, when that happened, when this individual, with all their good intentions, they were operating off of what they had been told. I'm sure that they thought they had a very good heart and that it was turned in the right direction and that they were doing the right thing. But without discernment from the Holy Spirit to guide us in our interactions with people, the enemy would love to manipulate us to defend the people who degrade us behind our backs and criticize and condemn the very people who stick up for us behind our backs. And I leave this here as a humble warning. Please seek God's wisdom and discernment, because something tells me that if this person had done that, the God that I pray to every day, constantly, and who knows that story more than anything else, would have laid that person's phone or keyboard down and say, you know what? Why don't you not make the comment? Because might not know the whole story.